They're present in practically every diet. They show up as healthy snacks, fit-friendly dessert ingredients, plant-based milk alternatives, and the stars of those famous bars we love to carry in our bags. But are you consuming this favorite the right way? Yes, today's spotlight is on almonds. Roasted, ground, in flour, or raw. It's hard to find someone who doesn't enjoy this versatile and nutrient-packed nut. But behind its healthy reputation, there are some very common mistakes that could ruin all the benefits, especially if you eat almonds regularly. In today's video, you're going to learn the 6 biggest mistakes people make when eating almonds. Some of them may seem harmless, but they can seriously interfere with nutrient absorption. And mistake number 1 could even be dangerous if you ignore it. Stick around until the end, because it'll also show you how to eat almonds the right way, so you can enjoy all the benefits without falling into the traps most people don't even know exist. And before we dive in, tell me in the comments, do you eat almonds every day or just once in a while? Do you prefer them in recipes, salads, or just plain? What part of the world are you from? We'd love to know more about you. Before we dive into the mistakes, let's chat about the amazing health benefits of almonds. Benefit 1. Rich in healthy fats that support heart health. Almonds are packed with monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats, the famous good fats that do wonders for your heart. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition shows that regular almond consumption can help lower levels of LDL cholesterol, also known as bad cholesterol, which is a major risk factor for heart disease. In other words, adding a moderate portion of almonds to your daily routine can definitely give your heart an extra boost, helping keep your blood flowing smoothly and your blood pressure in check. It's the kind of food that not only tastes great, but also helps your body function better from the inside out. Benefit 2. Great for satiety and gut health. If you're the type who gets hit with that crazy afternoon hunger and feels like devouring whatever's in sight, take a breath and think of almonds. They're rich in fiber, which means they help you stay full longer. You feel satisfied, snack less throughout the day, and give your digestion a nice little boost. And if you're someone who often struggles with constipation, adding a small handful of almonds to your daily routine can really make a difference. But of course, that doesn't mean eating the whole bag at once, okay? Almonds are healthy, but they're also calorie dense. Overdoing it can backfire. As always, the secret is balance. Benefit 3. Packed with vitamins and minerals. Have you ever stopped to think about how many nutrients are packed into a single almond? The list is impressive. Vitamin E, magnesium, manganese, phosphorus, riboflavin, all concentrated in one tiny nut. Vitamin E, for example, is a powerful antioxidant that helps fight premature aging. Magnesium is essential for healthy muscle function and strong bones. In other words, almonds aren't just a convenient snack, they're practically a natural multivitamin. But here's an important detail. If almonds are stored improperly or roasted at very high temperatures, they can lose some of those valuable nutrients. So it's not just about eating them, you also need to know how to choose, store, and prepare them. And don't worry, I'll walk you through all of that in just a bit. Benefit 4. A great source of plant-based protein. If you follow a vegetarian or vegan diet, almonds can be a real game changer when it comes to getting enough protein. They help supplement your daily intake of essential amino acids in a way that's practical, tasty, and packed with added benefits. Just to give you an idea, every 100 grams of almonds contains about 20 grams of pure protein. That's a solid amount, especially for anyone focused on maintaining or building muscle, or who needs a little extra support with post-workout recovery. Even if you consume meat, it's still wise to vary your protein sources. Almonds are ideal for that strategy since they include fiber and good fats that help your metabolism combined with protein. Benefit 5. Super versatile in recipes. They go well with pretty much everything. Salads, smoothies, granola as plant-based milk, low-carb flour, almond butter for toast, the options are endless. But it's because they're so versatile that a lot of people end up overdoing it without even realizing. A little at breakfast, another handful with dessert, almond flour at lunch, almond milk in your smoothie, and suddenly your intake is way over the top without you noticing. That's when almonds, which seemed like your best friend, can actually start getting in the way. Mistake 6. Improper storage. This mistake might seem small, but it can be costly, especially for your health. Some people buy almonds, leave the open package in the pantry, and forget about it for months, exposed to heat, moisture, and light. And that's when the trouble starts. The healthy fats in almonds, the ones that are great for your heart, begin to oxidize. The result? A rancid taste, unpleasant texture, and a significant loss of nutritional value. Even worse, poorly ventilated, humid environments can promote mold and fungi, which may release mycotoxins, toxic substances you definitely don't want in your body. If you notice a strange smell, unusual color, or bitter taste, don't take chances. Toss it out immediately. It could be a sign of contamination. The right way to store almonds is simple. Use an airtight container, preferably glass or thick plastic, and keep it in a cool, dry place away from light. And if you live somewhere very hot, you can even refrigerate them. Just make sure the container is tightly sealed to avoid moisture. Simple? Yes. But almost no one does it properly. And with that small oversight, what should be a superfood can turn into a hidden health hazard in your kitchen cabinet. Mistake 5. Eating sugar-coated almonds. Some people buy almonds coated in honey, chocolate, crystallized sugar, even food coloring, and think, well, it's still almonds, right? Must be healthy. Big mistake. When you cover almonds in refined sugar, that superfood quickly turns into a dessert in disguise. Sure, the healthy fat is still there, but the benefits disappear fast when you add loads of sugar and artificial ingredients into the mix. That promise of reduced inflammation, better cholesterol, and heart support? Gone. In its place, you get a calorie bomb that does the exact opposite. More inflammation, more blood sugar spikes, and more unwanted fat circulating in your system. And just to be clear, I am not saying you can never have one of those candy-coated party almonds again, okay? The problem isn't the occasional treat, it's when it becomes a habit. If your goal is to really benefit from the nutrients almonds offer, go for raw or lightly roasted ones with no added sugar. And if that sweet tooth kicks in, pair them with dried fruits, sprinkle a bit of cinnamon, make smart combos. But don't be fooled. Sugar-coated almonds are not a healthy snack. They're just candy in disguise. Before we continue, I've got some exciting news to share. If you enjoy our content and want access to exclusive benefits, become a channel member. As a member, you will unlock some amazing perks like early access to new videos, priority replies to your comments, members-only shorts, polls, quizzes, and special emojis and loyalty badges just for you. Just click the join button and be part of this community that values health and well-being. Your support helps us keep bringing high-quality content for you. Mistake 4. Overeating almonds. Yes, almonds are awesome, but that doesn't mean you should polish off an entire bag. They're calorie dense, and if you're watching your weight or your fat intake, moderation is key. Plus, eating too many almonds at once can lead to digestive discomfort, gas, or even diarrhea for some people due to their high fiber content. So remember, the dose makes the poison. A handful a day, around 20 to 30 grams, is usually enough for most people. If you exercise a lot or have specific guidance from a professional, your intake might be higher. But don't fall into the trap of thinking the more, the better. Trust me, moderation is key if you want to avoid unwanted side effects. Mistake 3. Roasting at very high temperatures or for too long. Everyone loves that smell of lightly toasted almonds, but you've got to be careful. Roasting almonds at too high a temperature or leaving them in the oven for too long until they're almost burnt may lose a good number of their benefits, particularly vitamin E and other heat-sensitive chemicals. Also, when food gets burned, it can produce toxic compounds. So if you want to give your almonds a little roast, go easy. Just a few minutes in the oven at a moderate temperature, around 150 degrees Celsius or 300 degrees Fahrenheit, is enough to bring out the flavor and make them crunchy without destroying the nutrients. And don't soak them in unhealthy fats or drown them in salt. The goal is to make them tastier, not turn them into a health risk. Mistake 2. Not soaking or removing the skins before eating. This one's the silent villain. Almost no one talks about it, but the damage builds up over time, and it could be stopping you from getting the full benefits of almonds. The truth is, almond skins contain substances known as antinutrients, like phytic acid and certain tannins. These compounds make it harder for your body to absorb key minerals like iron, zinc, and calcium, meaning you may be eating well, but your body isn't making the most of it. And here's something else. For many people, these compounds can also cause digestive discomfort, that heavy feeling, bloating, or gas you get after a healthy snack. It might actually be from eating raw almonds with the skin still on. The tip is simple, but powerful. Soak almonds for 8 to 12 hours, then peel off the skins. This helps neutralize the anti-nutrients and significantly improves both digestion and nutrient absorption. Mistake 1. Ignoring almond allergies. This one might seem obvious, but it's the most serious of all, ignoring the possibility of an almond allergy. Almonds are part of the tree nut family, which can trigger severe allergic reactions in some people. And when I say severe, I mean symptoms like mouth itching, throat swelling, trouble breathing, and even anaphylactic shock. The problem is, a lot of people who've never eaten almonds before suddenly dive in and grab a whole handful, thinking it's 100% safe. But that's not how it works. If it's your first time, start with a small amount and pay attention to any unusual reactions. And if you already know you're allergic to nuts, tree nuts, or similar foods, extra caution is absolutely essential. Never assume that just because it's almonds, it's fine. Some people say, but I've been eating them for years and never had a problem. That's great, but know this. Allergies can develop at any stage of life. It's rare, but it does happen. And when it does, it can be serious. Notice anything unusual? Stop immediately and seek medical advice. Don't try to push through it or test your limits. Your health comes first, always. How to eat almonds the right way. After going through so many common mistakes, the question naturally comes up. So what's the right way to eat almonds? The answer is simple. Start by choosing fresh almonds, no added sugar, salt, or artificial coloring. If possible, go for organic. Once you get them home, transfer them to an airtight container and store them in a cool, dry place away from light. This helps preserve their healthy fats. When it's time to eat, the ideal method is to soak them overnight and remove the skins once they've softened. You can eat them raw or give them a quick dry roast in the oven, just don't overdo the heat. That way they're more nutritious, easier to digest, and lower in anti-nutrients. If you're making almond milk, follow the same process. Soak the almonds, blend them with filtered water, and strain. The leftover pulp can be turned into cookies, pies, brownies, or even tossed into a salad. And if you want to add them to yogurt or salads, just hydrate and peel beforehand, easy and effective. And remember, just a small handful a day is enough. Now tell me in the comments, how do you usually enjoy your almonds? And were you already aware of these tips? If you found this helpful, type yes in the comments below so I know this content made a difference for you. I also encourage you to check out these 2 videos we selected, especially for you. Thanks for watching.